Hey guys, let's get more news about Miami Heat, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Inside the simmering feud between Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat and why it's about to boil. If there hadn't been a massive falling out with superstar forward Jimmy Butler the week before, every question Miami Heat coach Erik Spoelstra took on the morning of January 9th would have seemed perfectly appropriate. But, of course, nothing about this Thursday morning availability in Salt Lake City was typical. Just 6 days earlier, the Heat had announced they were suspending Butler for conduct detrimental to the team after a 13-point loss to the Indiana Pacers in which questions about their six-time All-Stars effort emerged. It had been messy, a league and franchise-altering blow-up, one that could cost Butler $2.3 million in salary and presents the biggest existential test to the vaunted Heat culture in decades. Back in Utah, no questions about Butler were asked because the Heat had made it clear Spoelstra wouldn't answer them. The point of timing the 7-game suspension with the 6-game road trip, team sources said, was to create space for the team to get out of Miami and away from the chaos the situation had created, while Butler, Heat president Pat Riley, and Heat owner Mickey Arison met to talk through their differences. It was a futile effort. Starving this situation of oxygen was going to work for only so long, and the issues that caused the relationship to disintegrate remain. Butler still wants to be traded. The Heat haven't found a trade they like for him. Teammates, coaches, and staffers have already grown weary, sources said. While Heat sources say they expect Butler to return Friday against the Nuggets and are fully prepared for him to play, there remains a palpable dread at what he might do and the environment the ongoing chaos might create. "I don't know how he can come back to this locker room," one source close to the team said. Said another, "We don't want him back." If history, like, say, in Minnesota in 2018, serves as precedent, the discomfort could deepen, quickly. "Jimmy hasn't even really started," said one source close to Butler. Spoelstra knew all of that as he politely declined to discuss Butler's situation. Of course he knew. Everyone on the team knew how much was still unresolved and how much uglier this could get. What Spoelstra would discuss is Heat culture. What it is and what it means. It also provided him with an opening to provide a statement in easily decipherable code. "There's an expectation of how we compete and how we compete for each other," Spoelstra said. "Off the court, there's a level of professionalism and a standard there." Riley created the culture when he joined the franchise in 1995. Spoelstra, who joined the Heat that same summer, sees himself as a caretaker of it. His players, too. It is a living, breathing ideal that changes with each team and its leaders. And it's being challenged like never before, by a player who once embodied it. An organization set in its ways, with 3 decades of receipts proving its efficacy, and a player, 14 years into his career, famously set in his. "We're not for everyone," Spoelstra said. "Some people are drawn to it, some people aren't. We're not making apologies for it." Shams Charania joins NBA Today to detail all the possible outcomes to the current standoff between Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat. Lakers notes, Redick, Reeves, Bronny, Jemison. Lakers coach J.J. Redick challenged the Lakers to prioritize connectivity and communication on Wednesday before playing the Heat, but they faced a big deficit at halftime. According to Dan Woik of the Los Angeles Times, Redick got it through to his team that they needed to talk more and play harder. The Lakers fared better against Miami's zone defense in the second half and came back to register their first win since January 3rd. "I challenged the team across the board today in our meeting about leadership," Redick said. "And leadership, people think about talking, obviously being vocal, talking in the huddles, whatever it may be. That certainly is a form of leadership. But leadership takes many forms. And I think talk is a requirement of the job as a basketball player. Talk is a requirement of the job." According to Woik, Los Angeles's Wednesday win was a sign of growth, with players taking accountability for things they hadn't been doing. We have more from the Lakers. Guard Austin Reeves played a huge role in the win against Miami, and he's continuing to grow as a playmaker. Reeves is averaging 9.6 assists per game since Christmas, including a career-high 16 on December 29 and 14 against the Heat. According to ESPN's Dave McMenamin, Twitter link, Redick said Thursday that Reeves is playing at an all-star level. His season-long averages of 17.9 points and 6.2 assists per game would be career highs if they hold. LeBron James continues to be thrilled about having Bronny James on the roster, even if the younger James isn't playing much, Chuck Shilkin of the Los Angeles Times writes. Bronny doesn't have to play basketball at all, LeBron James said on the New Heights podcast, YouTube link. It's not like he needs the money. He can do whatever he wants to do. Like, if he wants to be the CEO of my company, he could be that. I'll start teaching him right now to be that if he wants to. But he's like, this is my career, my goals and aspirations, and I want to play ball. This is something I love. I love that kid. He's awesome. Bronny has played sparingly at the NBA level, but he's averaging 14.7 points, 4.2 rebounds, and 3.9 assists per game in the G League. According to McMenamin, Twitter link, the addition of Jemison coincides with the coaching staff's desire to play Anthony Davis with another center on the floor. Outside of Jemison, the Lakers centers on the roster consist of Christian Wood, Jackson Hayes, and Christian Koloko. Wood hasn't played all season due to a knee injury, while Hayes has also battled health issues and Koloko, on a two-way, has had a limited role. Kevin Love stirs the pot on Jimmy Butler trade rumors with wild IG post. Amid the ongoing trade drama surrounding Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat, Kevin Love added fuel to the speculation with a provocative Instagram post. On Thursday, Love shared a clip from Martin Scorsese's The Wolf of Wall Street, featuring Leonardo DiCaprio's character, Jordan Belfort, delivering the iconic line. Kevin Love's post refers to Butler's reported meeting with Heat owner Mickey Arison, set to address Butler's future with the organization. Scheduled ahead of Butler's return from a 7-game suspension, the meeting coincides with the Heat's matchup against the Denver Nuggets on Friday night. While no official details about the meeting have been released, Love's post has sparked significant speculation about the outcome. If his post is any indication, Butler may have reiterated his commitment to Miami during the discussion, much like Belfort's famous declaration of staying put in the Wolf of Wall Street scene. The meeting comes at a critical time for the Heat, as the February 6 trade deadline looms and Butler's future with the team remains a hot topic. Reports of Butler's discontent with the franchise, stemming from both his contract demands and perceived lack of aggressive roster moves, have fueled ongoing trade rumors. Butler's scheduled return on Friday adds another layer of intrigue to the situation. The Heat, currently sitting at 20-19, will face the Denver Nuggets, 24-16, at home. With Butler back in the lineup, all eyes will be on how the star forward integrates with the team amid the swirling trade rumors and tension with Miami's front office. Love's Instagram post has only amplified the attention on Butler's situation, leaving fans and analysts alike eager for further developments. While the post may be playful, it reflects the intensity and uncertainty surrounding the Heat and their star player as the team navigates a pivotal point in the season. Whether Butler stays or ultimately leaves Miami, the drama surrounding his future continues to dominate headlines, with Kevin Love's social media antics providing yet another twist to an already unpredictable narrative. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Jimmy Butler? Leave your opinion in the comments.